Olivia, you're coming out for Christmas, right?
Good evening, Grace. I'll be there on the 25th.
Can't you come on the 24th? We have a lot to do for Christmas. Just because you are our second son's wife doesn't mean you don't have to help. As long as my eldest son Tim is single, I need you to fulfill the role of the eldest daughter-in-law. Don't be so naive just because you've only been married for 2 months.
Sorry, it's a weekday this year and I have to work too. I'll be there on the evening of the 25th, so take care.
Well, let's say it can't be helped this time. Oh, and if that's so, does that mean James will come home on the 24th? His company closes early every year, so he can stay until New Year's, right? It would make me so happy if he came home early.
Did James talk to you by any chance?
Huh? What?
It's James. He's received a transfer order. He got caught up in the preparations for the change in his work schedule.
Oh, that's very sudden, isn't it? I didn't hear anything about that.
It seems that there was a sudden vacancy in an important post at the new location. James was selected for that post. He's busy with the process of turning over the responsibilities.
Well, is it an important post? Does that mean he's been promoted?
Yes, it does.
Does that mean he got a raise in salary?
Well, yes. I think the reason why you haven't been told yet is things have been hectic and also that he is under a bit of pressure. With that said, I think it will be difficult for him to go back home.
Oh, well, I see. Now Tim and our retirement are more secure than ever. If that's the case, I'll let it go this time only for the late info.
Thank you very much.
Nevertheless, I'll leave things as they are for you to do, Olivia. Come as soon as possible and do your wife stuff. I won't let you skip out on helping just because your husband can't come.
By the way, what am I doing?
Put up the Christmas tree and decorate it, and cooking. Make a roast chicken, a feast, and a Christmas cake. No pre-made stuff, it's not healthy. Everything must be homemade.
What the...
Olivia? You were already gone when I woke up. Where are you taking off to so early in the morning? Get back here right away.
Good morning, Grace.
What are you being so nonchalant about? You left halfway through what you were asked to do.
I finished everything you asked me to do, okay?
You didn't finish putting away the tree.
I don't think you asked me to do that.
What are you talking about? It's only natural that the person who put it up should put it away. Besides, you bought all the food pre-made. I told you no pre-made food.
I can't work until the night of the 25th and make all the food by hand. Even you were happy to eat chicken.
That's one thing. This is another. Oh yes, when is James coming home? He couldn't make it for Christmas, but he'll be back at the end of the year, right? You should give Tim a Christmas gift this year too. Well, I think $2,000 is about right. When he gets here, he can give it to Tim in cash or just deposit it. Please tell James for me. Also, my husband and I want to go on a trip next month. $1,000 should do it.
James can't go home this time.
What? Why?
As I told you before, he has to take over at his new location.
Is that so? Oh, by the way, Olivia, you're quitting your job at the end of this year, right?
Yes, I am. That's why I've been so busy with the details that I couldn't take time for Christmas.
Then, you'll get your severance pay, right? This year, you should give Tim $2,000 too. And $1,000 for our trip, of course. No, I think I'll need more.
Why?
Ever since he started going out with you, James has suddenly become reluctant to give us any money. He doesn't care about his parents, who should be respected, and his older brother. Isn't it natural? Well, let's triple the amount I mentioned earlier. Make it $9,000 in total.
I'm sorry, but I don't have time for this.
You know what, Olivia? You've only been married for 2 months, so maybe you don't really get it. You've become member of our family. You need to put us first. Anyway, we can't talk about all of this by texting, so come back here right away.
I'm wondering.
What? I don't want to hear excuses.
No, it's not that. Didn't James contact you yet?
About what?
James, he's overseas.
Overseas? What? On a business trip?
No, it's not that. The transfer I told you about the other day, it's to a branch office overseas.
Huh?
The vice president there is coming back for family reasons. James was asked to take over for him. He's been there since mid-December to take over the position.
What? I haven't heard anything about it.
Oh, I see. I thought James had already told you. I'm sorry. I should have filled you in myself.
What is it with you people? So you're telling me that James went overseas by himself? I'll have to hear about this in detail. Get your butt back here. I mean, how many times do I have to tell you this? You don't seem to know what it is to be the wife. If James is going to work alone, this is the time. It's time for you to move in with us. I'll make sure to teach you how to be a good wife. I'm gonna be tough, so be prepared.
Excuse me, Grace?
Yes?
I'm sorry to interrupt your fun. I'm not going there either.
Huh?
I'm going to where James is too.
Huh? You're going to spend New Year's with James?
New Year's, I mean, that from next year, I'm going to live abroad with him too.
What are you talking about? I didn't hear anything about this.
I thought James had already told you. I'm sorry about that, but I can't change my plans.
You didn't tell me that you suddenly decided to leave.
Yes, his overseas assignment was suddenly decided. Considering the possibility of having children in the future and the environment there, I thought that it would be better for us to go together than for James to be transferred alone. That's what we decided.
How long will you be abroad?
Well, let's see. It seems that there is a plan for James to eventually become the branch manager. I think it's almost certain that he will be a permanent resident in the future.
Wait a minute. What about Tim? Who's going to take care of us in our old age?
Huh? Your mother-in-law's old age? Isn't that exactly what Tim is supposed to do as the eldest son?
But Tim doesn't work, you know. Wouldn't it be a pity for him to have to start work now when he's already 36 years old? So I was planning to have you and James take care of Tim and us in our old age, right?
Oh, excuse me, the train is coming. I'll leave you now. I'll be busy working on moving and such from here on out, so I don't think I'll be able to reply to you anymore.
Oh, hey! Wait a minute! Olivia!
After that, my in-laws, having lost their golden goose, James, went to his company and asked them to cancel his overseas assignment immediately. Naturally, they were coldly rejected and were turned away. But they still made a commotion, so they were reported to the police, and the police took them home. James, the second son of my parents-in-law, was what you might call an exploited child. Until he met me, he was at the mercy of his parents and gave them money whenever he was told to. I told him over and over again that that was not right and that he could live freely, and here we are today. In the midst of all this, we took advantage of the offer of an overseas assignment and cut ties with my in-laws at the beginning of the new year. Now, we are beginning to get used to living abroad, and we are spending our time stress-free as a couple.
Evelyn, are you alone now?
Yes, I am. I'm home alone. Can I help you?
Then could you please come to my house right away?
Oh, right now?
Yes, of course. Your mother-in-law is asking you to. Now that you're my son's wife, there are things you have to do.
What do I have to do?
That's obvious. Cleaning the house, cleaning the bathroom, preparing dinner, doing the laundry. There are so many things I can think of right now. It's almost afternoon, and if you don't get here soon, I won't even be able to eat lunch. You'd better hurry.
Yes, well, even though the other day you called me over to make soup for lunch, you said it tasted too salty and didn't look good and threw it away just after one taste. You also made a mess when I was vacuuming. There's no end to it, and I think it would be faster if you did it yourself. I don't want to be called over for that.
Well, you've got a big attitude for a wife. Troy is going to have a hard time as a husband. Are you listening? I'm being tough on you to shape you up because you are not up to grade as a wife. If you don't get it and you talk back to me, I can make it even harder.
That's not shaping someone up. That's called bullying your daughter-in-law. I heard that there are mother-in-laws who pretend to be kind at first, but as soon as the girl gets married, they reveal their true nature. You are one of them, aren't you?
What did you say?
In the 2020s, when the 2010s have ended, aren't you ashamed to still be talking like a bad mother-in-law from the 1960s? I guess you've been watching so many old dramas that your mind has stopped in the 60s.
Just hurry up and come over here. Now that you're my daughter-in-law, you'll have to learn our family's way of doing things.
No, we haven't registered yet.
What?
I don't owe you a visit even if you ask me to. I don't want to take care of someone else and be bitched at for it.
Wait a minute. Didn't you guys say you were getting married last Monday?
Yes, that was our original plan, but we've changed our plans. We're going to do it later.
Why didn't you tell me? I'm Troy's mother. How can you not tell me such an important thing? You did this without telling Troy, didn't you?
No, it was Troy's suggestion to see how you would react because of what happened with his brother Jackie.
What?
When Jackie got married, you bragged on his wife, Anna, so much she was losing hair. I heard that Jackie found out and cut you out of his life.
That was just Anna's lack of patience. I disciplined her because she was pathetic as a wife. And yet, that's how they returned the favor. Jackie will eventually come to his senses and see that I, his own mother, was right.
It seems that you have a fundamental misunderstanding. Both Troy and Jackie didn't ask you to discipline their wives.
Even if I wasn't asked to, it's my job as a mother-in-law.
I don't remember assigning Mother a job to me and Evelyn.
Huh?
Is what Troy said.
Hey, Evelyn, you said you are alone now. What's going on?
While Troy was at the store, I got a message from you.
What?
I was alone when we started texting, but he just came back. Troy can't use this app on his cell phone, so I'll type the following on his behalf. I'm going to register our marriage, but I'm going to take Evelyn's last name. I'm cutting off my relationship with you.
What?
I sent a copy of Evelyn's and your messages to Dad as an email attachment.
Wait a minute!
He called me back and sighed, saying she hasn't learned anything since the time with Jackie. He also agreed to let me take Evelyn's last name.
I won't allow it!
Also, Evelyn and I moved to another state, but I'm not telling you where we live.
What?
I'll keep seeing Dad, but I'll never see you again.
What are you saying?
I'm really sorry that it's going to end the same way as with Jackie. That's all. That's what he's saying. So please don't contact me in the future either. If Troy disowns you, you'll be a stranger to me too.
Evelyn, aren't you being too deceptive? Troy is our eldest son. He would never say such a thing, would he?
He said, then ask Dad. He looked like he was about to cry. He was on the phone with his father.
Oh, come on. I'm doing this for your sake.
Throwing away the food I took the trouble to cook? To intentionally throw garbage all over the place and yell at me for not cleaning up? To go around the neighborhood saying, I'm a useless wife who can't do anything? Kicking and yelling at me when you get frustrated?
I didn't do that to you.
That's what you did to Anna. I, Troy, and Troy's father all know what you did. Troy didn't want me to go through it too. He decided to isolate us from you. I can't thank him enough.
Troy, don't be hasty.
This is the last request from Troy and me. Please don't interfere with our happiness. Now if you'll excuse me.
Evelyn, please, answer. I can't get Troy on the phone. I want to talk to Troy, please. My husband just asked me for a divorce. Please, give me another chance.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.